we're given assignments to process in class. And we took a break, and I thought, you know what, this is kind of hard, but if I don't do something right now, why bother? So part of making things better was to evaluate myself. If I had an issue with another person or in a project, to take a look at what my part was in this. And there was a project that I was working with somebody on that an email had just come through. And we'd been negotiating this project. They said they were going to do something that I didn't want to happen. I disagreed with this. This person had a team that I'd also been working with, and I'd found out later that they were fully expecting me to come into the office guns blazing, and they were battening down the hatches. Not that I'm that kind of person, but they were expecting something to happen. It was lunchtime. It was our lunch break. I thought, okay, I'm going to take care of some business right now and apply what I've learned immediately. He was in a conference room, and it happened to be he was having lunch with his staff. I was expecting, a private conversation. So I thought, I looked at him and I thought, I'm just going to do this right now with the people in the room. And I sat down and said, you know what? I have something I want to talk to you about. And I could feel them cringe. I could see out of the corner of my eye, see their shoulders go up to their ears. They said, you know what? We've been working on this stuff for a long time, and I know it's been difficult, but I want to tell you what I think my part has been in this problem, that I haven't been thinking about what you have to take care of, the responsibilities that you have, the burden that you have to deal with, the other people that you have to make happy. It's a big organization, you have a big responsibility, and I think I've been a pain in the ass for you guys. Frankly, I want to apologize for my behavior, and I just want to move forward here, but I do understand that my behavior has been difficult. He looked at me and he goes, wow, thanks. He goes, I have a part in this too. And anyway, about the project. And so we talked about the project and the changes he wanted to make. And I said, you know what, I'm fine with it. I'll trust you on that. And he got up, left. His staff got up and left, except for one woman. And she sat there and turned to me, and her jaw was just hanging. And she said, you know what? I have never seen anything like that in all my years of being in a corporation. She goes, that was fantastic. She goes, it was just inspirational to me to hear somebody say that. I was like, seriously? He goes, no. She goes, really, that's really rare. Thank you. Thank you for doing that. Fast forward, I think it was the next week that I had a long-standing request with this group to do something. And a little out of the ordinary. I knew that to do this thing, it would require paperwork and writing a report, and it would cost money, and it was going to take some effort. But I'd asked this group to help me do this. So one of the people in this group, he contacted me and he goes, "Hey Brian, that project we've been talking about? So why don't I come over and we'll talk about it?" And so he goes, "Let's walk around. We'll see where we can do this thing." And spent time with me and really listened to me. And he goes, "And by the way, that report, the request that needs to be written, I'll take care of it." So and so he went and wrote the report and filed it, sent me a copy, and had me approve it. I didn't have to do a thing. The week before, what happened? Did that make a difference? I don't know. I'd like to think so, but I feel like the attitude of staff changed to me too. For me, it was talking to the person about my part in what I perceived as our problem, and for me to have a self-evaluation and talk to them about what I had discovered about myself. What I cared about was my being able to analyze myself and be able to share it with somebody else.